Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles in this video. We're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about Splitgate 2, the director initially refusing to apologize for a MAGA hat, a joke hat that said make FPS great again. He refused to apologize. Now he's apologizing profusely. So we're going to talk about this. Now look, I've actually never played Splitgate 1 or 2. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this game. I'm not really a big FPS fan, I'm going to be honest. RPGs are more my thing. But, you know, I know a lot of people were looking forward to this. He wore this hat as a joke. And of course, you know, the media pressured him into apologizing for it because, you know, I guess it's like, even though you're doing it as a joke, it's being too Nazi adjacent or something. It's very, very weird. You're not allowed to go anywhere near anything that could be even remotely misconstrued as supporting Trump or being right-wing, even if it's done in jest. And there are people, there are games journos, they're patrolling social media to make sure that you're saying the right things. I mean, it's wild. I don't think anybody thought this was serious. Yeah, and I was just watching Star Trek, the original series, the other night. It's one of my favorite things to just watch Star Trek and Doctor Who on Roku. Like, I don't even need like real TV anymore. I just need my Roku TV with these old shows, and I'm good. But the one where Kirk is dressed as Hitler, I'm like you wouldn't be allowed to do that now because apparently, even dressing as a Nazi to portray them negatively is too problematic. People can't even look at the imagery without being triggered, and mostly it's people who are not affected by it, right? Some white Karen from Portland is freaking out because somebody's dressed up like a Nazi in a movie or something, even though they're the bad guys. But whatever. Apparently, the MAGA hat is triggering. It's triggering people. So it's a joke, guys. It's a joke. Let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Hey, back this campaign. Orcs are a-holes. Yeah, we're doing the pin campaign. Took us a little while, yet we're new to backer kit. They work a little bit differently than Kickstarter or Indiegogo, but we've been talking to them off and on for the last year or so. We thought we would try a pin campaign first. So these are a-hole orcs. These are orcs doing bad things, and the initial offering is 6 different pins, and if you want the completer, you can also get the completer in the set. And if we hit certain amount, I don't know what we're going to do on this one, but if we hit a certain threshold, we will offer more orcs. We actually have another clan. We have like 3 orc clans, and there's actually a dark orc clan, and they're like the wizard orcs. So I think we're going to offer a couple of those pins too. But lots of fun. Check it out. Go to badorcs.com. I guess they're sponsoring this video. Badorcs.com sponsoring this video. Just launched like a couple of minutes ago. So check it out. Thank you very much. Let's talk about this because I haven't really been following it super closely. I was aware that there was some controversy. I wasn't sure what it was exactly, but looking into it, yeah, the director of Splitgate 2 wore a hat. It was a joke. It was black too, right? It was a black hat. It wasn't even a red hat. Make FPS great again. And then he had to apologize for it anyway. So Splitgate 2, this is coming from IGN, by the way. Splitgate 2, 1047 games, Halo with Portals launched last week, marked by a celebratory announcement of a battle royale mode at Summer Game Fest. But while this should have been a triumphant moment for the studio, the launch has instead been marked by not 1, not 2, but 3 different controversies that have led to mixed Steam reviews, disappointed fans, and a game community divided between those who support the studio's actions and those who've been put off from playing Splitgate 2 at all. The game's big battle royale reveal at Summer Game Fest. This is Prolx wore a hat that read "Make FPS Great Again" on stage, which drew criticism for its reference to Donald Trump's signature MAGA hat, which comes with significant political baggage. Can't even joke about it. You can't even make a joke about it. Like, He called out Call of Duty in his speech on stage, saying he's tired of playing the same Call of Duty every year, which drew ire from developers and fans of Call of Duty. He can't even disparage the competition. Remember the Burger Wars and the Cola Wars of the 80s? Like, they were constantly ripping on each other. And it is. Call of Duty actually is competition. You know? And then on top of that, as the game launched, fans immediately called out this one's kind of a big one. Called out a $145 microtransaction bundle on the game store that seemed to fly in the face of everything 1047 Games claimed it stood for. So yeah, this is Ian. Is it Prolx? Prolx? I don't know. So I'm surprised, to be honest, he said, to dive right into it. We didn't expect this to be nearly as controversial as it was, and we didn't intend for it to be. In terms of the numbers, there have been good numbers. There's been a lot of negativity, but also positivity to match the people that love the game. We just crossed the 2.5 million player threshold. We tripled our player count. Well, that's a hell of a lot better than Concord did, right? It's better than Suicide Squad did. So there's good and bad. I think time will tell. Mixed emotions for sure, but overall feeling good. Obviously, I had to start by asking him about the hat. What's that all about? I'll start by saying we talked a lot about this. We did not intend for this to be any sort of political statement. I mean, I think we meant for it to be taken at face value, which is we're not happy with the state of FPS games. I myself as a gamer, my friends and I, we talked about how bored we are. We thought this was great. Something that's been memed to death. Even 3 months ago, Hideo Kojima had a hat that said, "Make TV great again." Yeah, well, if he can do it, you know, and his hat was red and there was no controversy there. So we talked about it and we thought, okay, maybe some people will take it the wrong way, but it's been memed to death. Kind of says what we feel, which is we want to make awesome games and we're not happy with the state of FPS. Oh no, sir, you massively misjudged not the gaming community at large, but gaming journos and influencers on social media, because they are so anxious about all of the political stuff going on, and they're also looking for bait for articles that they will make mountains out of molehills. They want to roll things back to 2017, when, you know, they could just call gamers bigots and Nazis or whatever for whatever reason. You just like played right into it. Gotta tell you the truth, I wouldn't have done it. I'm just saying, just because it's so loaded, it's like I wouldn't have done it. Other people may feel differently. But it's like, I know how it was going to be, or how it would be received, right? Like if you're trying to get everybody to play your game, you do that, you're basically putting a huge target on yourself by the gaming press. It's just, they're incredibly triggered. You would think the way that some of these people act, especially around like Nazi imagery, that the concentration camps were in Portland. Okay. I mean, I keep making fun of Portland. There are good people in Portland. Hello, good people in Portland. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they act like it was affecting them personally. And they are equating the red hat worn by the orange man to be just as bad as all of that. I don't regret what I said, to be candid. My intent is, I'm speaking my truth. My intent is to make games great for everybody. Yeah, no, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, and the protests were going on just a few miles away from the Summer Game Fest. Yeah, so this is yeah, he said the truth is, I'm sorry. The reason I'm sorry is because of what this has done to the community. So yeah, he wasn't going to apologize. He did apologize. Here's his apology on X. Let's take a look at this here real quick.
Hey guys, it's Ian. You're probably tired of seeing my face by now, but I promise this message is going to be a little bit different than the previous ones. So I've got a lot of questions about what's up with the hat, why'd you wear it, what was the intent? And I want to start by explaining myself. It is really freaking hard as an independent studio to break through the noise. You go to these award shows. We saw it at TGA's. We had this great
So was that his intention, was to create controversy and just kind of backfired? I mean, that could be too. You know, it's just that like, it's, I mean, I could have told him this was going to happen. I could have told him this was going to happen. I mean, really, you could, I mean, again, my personal opinion is you could have just left it at, hey, we want to make games for everybody. But yeah, you know, if you're trying to break through, like he said, the noise, you want to do something kind of shocking. And it didn't work. It didn't work out the way he thought it was going to work out.
Trailer, and there's 50 other great trailers, and didn't really have an impact. And so at our biggest stage, coming out of beta, we needed something to grab attention. And the honest truth is we tried to think of something, and this is what we came up with. We did not intend for this to be taken in any political way whatsoever. And I'm not an idiot. Like, obviously, I knew there would be some level of controversy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I will give him props for having the balls to do that. I think he thought people would just kind of laugh it off. I think most people would. I have to wonder, how much of this again the the gaming media is trumping it up, right? How much of it is just being all ginned up because, again, here we have a guy outside the system, and let's be honest, he's not a diverse individual. And so, yeah, he's going to have a huge target on to begin with, probably. And it's not enough to say, I mean, here's the thing. You can be nice about it. And I saw this with, I think it was Troll Lord Games. They came after Troll Lord Games, tabletop game maker, because they wouldn't make a political statement. Because they're like, we just want people to buy our games. We don't, we don't want to make a political statement. We don't want it to get weirdly political. So you can play it down the middle even, and they take that as a political statement. So I think he just thought, well, we're kind of over the era of peak cancel culture and peak quote unquote wokeness. So it's okay to make this joke. Other people have made this joke. Hideo Kojima made this joke, but yeah, I could have told you, especially in California right now, it was not going to go well.
But we really saw this as a meme that was kind of stating our truth, which is we do want to improve this genre. We are disappointed with the state of the genre. And so we took it as a meme that we thought would not be nearly as received the way it was, negatively received as the way it was. And so I want to apologize. And genuinely, you can pretend, you don't have to believe me. But the truth is I am sorry. And the reason I'm sorry is because of what this has done to the community. The most important thing to me right now is I want to have an amazing community. That is the reason that I built 1047. That's the reason I love my job, is because I wake up every day. I have friends in the community, Mikavelli, Tovar, all these great people who I play games with, who I get their feedback, I talk to them. I mean, these are the people who got us through the dark times. And I hate seeing division. And that's what I'm seeing right now on both sides. There's division in the community. And for that, I am truly sorry.
Yeah, I mean, right now, it's like I just had a conversation with somebody earlier today talking about how polarized everything is right now. Like, I mean, everybody is so on edge that there's it's just wild to see. Like, you're not allowed to say anything. You're not allowed to joke with anyone about anything without being called, alt-right or whatever. It's just it's very, very weird. It's a very weird time to be alive. It's a very weird time to be a creative. And let's be honest. I mean, we talked about before the gaming space right now. There are a lot of activists, left-wing activists in that space. And yeah, if you're here to do something like that, of course they're gonna have, knives out for you, right?
And again, I'll reiterate, I do stand by the intent of this, which is the intent truly is, take it at face value. We do want to improve this genre. We do feel that the genre is in a bad state, and we want to make FPS games as amazing as possible. But I also understand that it's not just about intent, it's about impact. And the platform that we have had has had a negative impact, and for that I'm truly sorry.
Yeah, somebody had a talking to. Somebody gave him a talking to. Let's see what some of the comments are like. All that matters are the player numbers. How are we looking? Our player base has more than tripled since beta. We had a ton of recent successes on console. This person's got the blue wave. The blue wave. Cool bot. Honestly, you guys didn't need to apologize for it, but I understand considering the negative buzz around it. I hope this means people can look past all this and just give the game a try because it looks great. Someone summed it up. I'm not watching a 3-minute video of this guy yapping. Brock, can you summarize it? Oh boy. Then we had to correct Grok. Dude, what are you doing? The entire MAGA hat thing is a controversy compared to the ridiculously priced bundles you had in your store. People you're apologizing to are not going to play your game anyway. You're just going to take this as a victory lap. Bad move. Jeremy Prime, from Geeks and Gamers. Never apologize. You just effed up big time. This is why I go overboard with my Trump support, because I will never let these freaks determine who or what I support. I would have said, yeah, Colin Moriarty here even is like, why are you apologizing? The industry's old media ideologues, what's left of them, have literally no power. You don't need to appease them. It's not 2015. You're free. Colin Moriarty, I think, I'm not 100% sure. I've never talked to him, but I think he's more left-leaning, but they tried to cancel him too, if I remember correctly. So anyone who's been on the receiving end of cancel culture is just kind of like, fuck you. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I probably, just given the way things are, if I wanted to sell games, I probably wouldn't have gone there just because I know what, what was going to happen. But if you did it as a joke, I'd just be like, hey, it was a joke. Maybe I should have done the joke, but it was a joke. Moving on to sales. That would have been it. Yikes. I know the pressure was mounting. I know the industry that you're in. I wouldn't pretend to be able to relate to your position, having a studio full of people whose lives are in your hand as the pressure for the game to perform well intensifies. I wish you hadn't done this. There's never going to be any coming back from this. The people who you're apologizing to are never going to play or financially support your game. That is true. You can grovel, okay, and they will never let you forget. Right? They will never let you forget it. So, and honestly, it was a joke. It was a joke. I think everybody knew it was a joke. They just were looking for a gotcha because they want to think they still have power. And they do, obviously, or he wouldn't have apologized. 8-Bit Eric says the move was a huge mistake. The apology won't win over the crowd you're trying to please. They were never your audience to begin with. That's true. Don't understand why you're apologizing to the 1% of people who probably don't even play games. Stop catering to them. This person says, if you knew it was going to be controversial and cut through the noise, why are you on here apologizing and falling back on it? You're pathetic and cowardly for this. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wouldn't have done it just because I know how it was going to play out. And if nothing else, I don't want to deal with the headache of it. But he knew there was going to be problems. But it's like, dude, you did it. So don't apologize, right? This person says, game's amazing. Only complaint is Battle Royale. Get a lot of frame rate hitching. Okay. Shouldn't need to apologize for wearing a hat. Sky McG says, no need to apologize. Kids today are too soft and they need to grow a spine. It's not kids. It's like 35, 40-year-old men and women and other kins that are having a shit fit gaming journos. Grum says, don't do that. You're throwing away gamer goodwill. They will only come after you and everyone else harder now. That's true. Kata says, you submitted to the mob who don't care about you in the slightest. Now you're theirs forever. Madam Savvy says, you're apologizing to people who don't participate in your ecosystem. I highly recommend not doing that and just delivering a great game. Yeah, they freaked out over a hat, a stupid hat. These are the same people labeling CDPR transphobic to get sent free products, trying to cancel scientists for wearing not safe for work shirt designed by a woman under the guise of sexism. They say Stellar Blade causes violence against real women. What? That is a new one. I have not heard that. Don't be a pussy. Sell the hat as merch. Dude, you're making it worse. Yeah, that's it. Like, if you're going to do it, own it, right? Kingman Lee says it's 2025. You don't have to apologize to the mob anymore. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Now, this is the problem, is now that you have apologized for a joke, an obvious joke, you will be apologizing. You'll be on your knees forever. That's just the way these people work. So get some shin guards, I guess. I mean, get some knee pads. I don't know. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We will talk later.